Dr. Papa here, and we are starting a new Noob to Pro adventure. I have my alt here that we're going to be using. The purpose for this Noob to Pro adventure is not just the video series, but it's also helping us document all of the stuff for the wiki. So I'm going to be much more verbose than normal. I would normally just race you through the Noob to Pro series, but we're going to go into all of the initial details and the quest language itself, etc. as we're going through. So you're going to start off here in New Haven. You saw the opening cinematic sequence as we came in here, and right off the bat we need to go over here and talk to Jake. So when we talk to Jake, he says, "Hi, welcome to the floating island called New Haven. Here you'll learn how to harvest and craft. Next, we're going to gather some wheat. Next, then make some dough at the cooking station. Next." All right, so now I've got my first thing. I was awarded a wood sword, a wood axe, a wood pickaxe, and the wood hoe to be able to work with. None of which we really need for this initial quest. So we're going to come over here and I can just press the F key to harvest this. I could also choose to use the sword to harvest. I could choose to use the axe to harvest. I could choose to use the pickaxe to harvest. The hoe does absolutely nothing except for planting grass. So now that I've collected enough wheat, I need to come over here and make some dough. I have completed the dough. I've got arrows running me back over here to Jake. And Jake says he wants me to sell him some dough. So I'm going to sell all of them using the max sell. I don't have to. I could just sell one of them, but the tutorial wants me to max sell. Alrighty then. So then we can talk to Jake again. Farming and cooking is the best way to money. You can build farms on your own island. You can also sell rare items dropped from monsters, trees, and ores. How do I get to my own island? When you reach the Citadel, you can find your island portal on the flying ship. There you can build anything you desire, like farms or even a castle. Well, how do I get better tools for building all of these things? You can craft them, or you can buy them from Maya outside the Citadel mines. Let's craft some stone tools. We need oak wood. So oak wood can be collected by chopping down oak trees. Stone can be collected by mining stone blocks. Return when you have enough oak wood and stone. So it's going to guide us to the nearest oak tree, although we could go to any oak tree, but it's going to guide us to the nearest one and point out that we need our axe to do that. Now the fact of the matter is, I can chop with the axe. I could also chop with the pickaxe, although it's much slower. I could even chop with the sword, also much slower. So use the tool that is best for what you're attempting to do. Trees, you're going to use the axe. Mining, you're going to use the pickaxe. Enemies, you're going to use the sword. Okay, got us our first level. Okay, and now it's ready for us to go get some stone from the stone mine using the pickaxe. And that's enough stone, so I can come back over here to Jake. Alrighty then. So, Jake, what do you got for us? You can unlock new tools and craftables by leveling up your masteries. When you farm, mine, or cut trees, you earn mastery XP. Click or tap the Masteries button anytime to see what you've unlocked. You'll want copper tools next. Return when you have crafted a stone axe and a stone pickaxe. Before we go from here, he mentioned the Masteries tab, which is straight up at the top of your screen here. The Masteries tab, and you'll see you have all of these. Your base XP, combat, farming, foraging, forestry, and mining. We're going to craft these stone tools. All right, so first it wants us to do a stone pickaxe, so we're going to do that. And then it wants us to do a stone axe. We're going to do that. Now, we don't have to at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and craft this stone sword because I know it's going to be helpful for me later on. All right. Now, when we talk to Jake, we're going to get some rewards for what he wanted us to do. Amazing. I think you're ready for the Citadel. Go through the portal and tell Maya I sent you. You can't miss her. My apologies. We got the rewards as soon as we finished crafting the things. I'll look back in the video and see what exactly we got. Looks like we got the oak wood here, and the crafting bench was also given to us, and we've done these other things. The first thing I want to do before I move on to the next area is I've crafted these new stone things, and right now in my quick bar I've got these wood items, so we're going to switch those out. Stone axe replaces the wood, stone pickaxe replaces the wood, stone sword replaces the wood. All right, and now I'm ready to go on to the next area. Okay, next. All right, so now we're ready to go to the portal. And this portal will take us into the Citadel. If by chance in the future you want to have easy access to wheat, you can of course come in here and harvest at any time. There's obviously the oak and the stone here, but those are the only 3 items that are really in the New Haven area. So it's not an area where you're going to make a lot of wealth, but if you wanted to do something where there's very few people, you could certainly come back here and do so. Nice cinematic coming into the Citadel. We've got the airship over there they mentioned, the castle, the windmill, there's a tower on the hill, and there's a portal for my island that he talked about earlier. All right, and we come out of the portal here to New Haven, and we are going over here to Maya. Hi Maya, how you doing today? And for connecting with her, hey there Sparky. Hi, Jake sent me. Ah yes, he said you might be coming. Are you looking to earn some money? Well, of course we are. Sure, what's the job? Well, you'll need to get some experience working in the mines. Take this mining potion. It will speed up your pickaxe. Okay, thank you. Anytime, Sparky. Be careful, though. I've heard the mines have been a bit dangerous lately with a bit of an infestation. Oh, really? Take this bread in case you get hurt. Eating it can heal you. Good luck. Okay, so we've got some more bread that has been added to our stuff. Let's look in our backpack right quick before we go further. She has the wood sword highlighted so that we can do something in there. Move your wood sword from the backpack to the toolbar. Okay, fine. There, I've done that. Now I want my stone sword back here. All right, now we're going to locate the mines portal, and it's right here. Nice cinematic of what's going on in the mines. We've got the copper area here. We've got some cobalt area here. We've got the gold, silver, and flame area here. And finally the diamond area. And back to the starting area, which is mostly stone, coal, etc. So my first mission is to go deeper into the mines. My arrow is continuing to guide me. And once I come into the copper area, it's going to give me credit. Okay, we've got credit. Now I need to reach copper ore mastery level 3. That means I'm going to need my pickaxe to mine copper. So these are copper. But something else of note is that any of these other blocks, the stone, the cobblestone, etc., could regenerate as copper blocks. So you want to take everything while you're in here farming. Because if you just take the copper and never replace it, eventually everything in here is going to replace to stone, cobblestone, etc., and you won't have access to any copper. So when you're mining for a level in anything, farm everything. Okay, so I got 5 coal for that. I got 100 coins, and it wants me to return to Maya outside the mines and talk to the blacksmith here. So I've got a split quest here where I can go do 2 things. So first of all, I'm going to talk to the blacksmith to smelt ores. And because I received coal from the mission, I can put that in here to fuel. I can put the ore in here. It's going to cost me 27 coins to smelt this. That's okay. And we have it. I mean, I had almost 500, so no biggie. But then I got 150 coins and I got some copper ingots. Got the copper ingots and got some more coins, bringing me back up to almost 400. All right, so I still have returned to Maya here, but I can also talk to Gromley in the mines. Let's see what the blacksmith wants now that we've done there. Hello there, stranger. I'm a blacksmith. I can smelt your ores for coins. Come by any time you need ingots. I'm actually looking for work. Okay. Well, I need to set an example for my mining crew. See, they all deathly scared to go deeper into the mines because of you deadly creatures that lurk within. Okay. If they perhaps saw someone like you, brave enough to face the danger head on, maybe they'd find some courage to follow. If you think it'll work, thank you. Gather around 64 copper ore and come back to me. I'll reward you even if it doesn't work. Okay. So if we continue doing ore here, we need 64. Interesting. The text said 64, but the quest itself says 12. Okay. I'll make a note of that for the developers. When you're mining on almost all rocks, you get 2 of that ore per. You'll notice I'm getting 2 coppers. On rare occasions, you might get 3, or on other rare occasions, you might only get 1. But for the most part, you're going to get 2 every one that you chop. Okay, now I can talk to Gromley in the mines again. Good job. Most of you miners are back on their feet. You've shown them that they can get their job done without taking too much risk. Most of them. Unfortunately, there are still a few, how do I put it nicely, terrified individuals who refuse to risk their lives in the mines again. Well, what do we do about that? Maybe they need someone to hype them up a bit. Okay, well, I want to go with I'll talk to them, but what happens if I say, why can't you do it? Do you see me in your mines? No way, I'd do that job. Much safer over here where I can just smelt your ores. Okay, so he's not all that bold himself. They need someone braver than me to talk him into it. Okay, I'll talk to them. Good luck, these guys. Be some real wimps. Alrighty then. So, now I've got some exclamation marks over the top of the head of these miners. All of them are in these first two sections. So we're going to go over here and talk to miner Earl first. Use the R key. The mine needs all. What do you want? I'm on break. The mine needs all the hands it can get. Fine. Just let me finish my strawberry pie. I'll get back to work. Okay, fine. Get back to work. No more exclamation point. He's done. He's crossed off my list over here. Back over the bridge to this guy, to Miner Jeb. Hello, Miner Jeb. Boss sent you over to convince me to work? Not going to happen, my friend. You chose this job. You don't get to choose when you work. Or you're a miner, go and mine. Or nope, when I'm just here to witness the miracle of zero effort. Well, I am going to choose this one. You just had to make me feel lazy, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Fine, if everyone else will be in there, I'll join in. All right, so he's ready to work. And finally, we come over to Farmer Bubba, or Miner Bubba. No, 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 no. There is nothing you can say to me that will get me to go in there. Come on, it's not that bad. Go in the work for a living, you baby. Ba-doop, bap, beep, boop. No, I don't speak computer, so let's go in there and work. Oh, maybe you're right. I'd be a baby. I know you risks when I took this job. Thanks for the pep talk. I'll get back to work. Good, go. Born leader completed. I got a coin boost potion. I got some coins, 200 of them. Getting a little bit of a stash over here, almost 1,000 already. All right, and while I don't have another thing to return to the blacksmith, I'm going to go over here and chat with him anyway, or look to see if I have anything. Nope, he's clear for now. So in order to get any more quests, I have to go back to Maya to see what she wants next. Now, there's another NPC down here. I'm going to go take a look right quick. I could talk to the bounty hunter. And he says, not a step further, civilian. And if I do, there is an infestation of slimes right now in the mines. I've been tasked by the king to turn away all civilians until we get this problem under control. Slimes? What's a slime? Yes, slimes. They are green, gelatinous beings that multiply at dangerous rates. Anything I can do? I can see you have a sword. Usually I'd ask if you know how to use it, but we are severely undermanned right now and could use all the assistance we can muster. Well, I'll help reduce this slime problem. Come back to me when it's done. There will be a reward in it for you. All right, next. So now I have a new arrow here, and I also have a new quest up here under Bounty Hunter for locate the source of the mine's infestation. So it looks like we're going back out here. And it looks like we need to go down. Well, I see some slimy looking things down there. Let me grab my sword before I jump down. Gonna jump down and kill this slime, and this slime, and this slime. Okay? For future reference, there are 3 slimes in here and only 3 slimes. They generate here in the middle and on either side, one over here and one back over here. So if you ever want to just do some slime slaying, you can put your rewards for this are a green goo 16, coal 20, combat, copper, coins, and more coins. If you ever want to just build up your slime capability, you can basically sit right here in the middle and do so. I'm not going to do that with just a stone sword because it takes multiple hits for them. Come back here when you've got better weaponry. I could also use my bread to heal myself at this point. It's going to heal me a little bit. However, when I go back out to the Citadel, I'm going to be healed anyway. So don't waste your food until you actually need to use your food in the middle of combat and so forth. We'll come back and talk to this guy. And I've come back with my stone sword. Are you ready to take on those gizmos? I was born ready. Now I'm going to pause this here. You'll be making the mines safer for everyone. I'm going to pause here. And actually I'm going to head back out to Maya before I do the gizmos. Now the reason I'm heading back up to Maya, out to Maya before I do the gizmos is whenever possible we want to do synergy among our quests. And there are some quests that unless you know to do them in sequence or synergizing the quest, you end up actually duplicating your efforts. Okay, Maya. Hello again. I assume you're my... I have a few cuts and bruises. Hello again. I assume your trip to the mines went well since you're still in one piece. I have a few cuts and bruises, but I'm here. And you'll notice my HP is all the way maxed out. Yeah, that comes with the job. On the upside, though, bolder shoulders. Next, since you've done such a good job in the copper mines, I have a more important job for you if you're interested. What do you need? This is a special task from the king himself. The area is overgrown with oak trees. Okay. He asked me to find someone to do a little trimming work. Could you do it for me? Sure, I could use the oak wood. Thank you, Sparky. I'll make it worth your while. Come back when you're done for your reward. Gonna use my stone axe. And we're gonna go over here, and there's a bunch of oak trees just sitting out here in the courtyard. No reason to go any further than what's in front of you. Now you will notice it is counting oak trees, not oak wood. I'm cutting the tree, but I've actually got another 6 oak wood there. But it's only counting the trees in this particular quest. Some quests will count, will tell you that they're looking for wood, or they're looking for a particular amount of mineral, like iron or cobalt or whatever, and then you're looking for that amount of resource, not the number of blocks or trees that you cut down. This particular quest is specific to the number of trees. So we're halfway. We'll need to go through this sequence again. Excuse me. Almost there. And the last 2, last 1, and done. And I get for rewards another bunch of oak wood, some acorns, the forestry XP experience, and another 150 coins. Alright, we're jamming with some coins now. Oh, I happen to find a enchantment rune. Very cool. Didn't expect that. And back to Maya. The king will be very happy with your work. Thanks for that. It was easy work. I've got another job for you, but you need copper tools. Okay. You can buy them here from me or craft them yourself using a forge. All right. So let's see what they cost. So a copper axe costs 3,000. So I would need 6,000 in coins to be able to get these copper tools. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So let's look at the forge to see what we need to complete these copper tools. So the copper axe, I've already got enough to do that. So, and I've got enough, let's see, I need 12 of these and 16 of those for each one. So I do have enough materials to craft both the pickaxe and the axe. So we're going to do that. What do we need for a copper sword? Well, we need 64 more ingots for a copper sword, and we need combat level 5. So we're not going to be able to do that right now because we haven't got our combat high enough. Remember we talked about masteries earlier? Under masteries, under combat, I'm only at level 4. So we need to go kill some more slimes, and we need to get some more copper ingots to be able to do all of the stuff that we need. Now we've got 81 copper, we've got this, so we've probably got enough copper to do the copper sword. So let's just go kill a few more slimes. Going to come back to you in a minute, Maya. We have another talk to Gromley in the mines, and I went right past it. We'll come back to you in a minute. Hey, Mr. Gromley. All right. Right. Now you've got yourself some iron. I need your help with something. What would that be? I'm a little new to this whole blacksmithing thing. Now that you got yourself some iron, maybe I try smelting it for you. Sure. I will need to smelt a total of 200 iron, so come back to me when you have it. Okay. So that's done, and he wants me to go get 200 iron. We'll deal with that in a little bit. All right. So we needed our combat to move up a bit. Well, conveniently, I've got a gizmo mission here for doing the for the bounty hunter. So let's just see if we can't get combat 5 using that. Okay, that's my second one. Okay, combat overall is level 5. So in theory, I can continue using my my sword, but I'm going to pop back over here. I'm going to smelt this copper. Going to cost me 200 coins. That's fine. We'll get more coins soon. I mean, I'm already over 6,000. But then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make me a copper sword. And now, finishing this mission for the gizmos is going to be that much easier. I'm going to put all my copper tools into my quick bar so that they're ready. And I'm going to come around here and beat up a few more gizmos. 1. Don't forget to use Q for dashing, the shift key for running. Get you through these areas a little bit faster. Okay. 3 more gizmos to go. Come on, Gizmo. Gizmos spawn. There are 4 of them. One spawns up here. In fact, right there. One spawns approximately in here. I don't know where that one is. There's one that spawns on this lower deck. And there's one that spawns over here. You'll notice that when I'm getting uncommon items I'm collecting, all right, I got some scrap metal, I got an enchantment rune, cogs, springs, I got a number of things with finishing that particular quest, and I will go back in the recording to document exactly what's being collected there. All right, but now I've completed that first item for the bounty hunter. Maybe you're not so squishy after all, civilian. Ever thought about joining up with the guard? Our company can always use some members. Sure, that's music to my ears. It's not every day someone comes around who can handle themselves down here like you can. Next. Speaking of which, the undead have decided to take refuge in the iron section of the mines, and they're very territorial. Undead? Rattles, to be more specific. Skeleton creatures that take sanctuary in cold, empty areas. Next. They are beings that have completely rotted away, with skeletons reanimated and fueled by a substance called necrotic essence. They are very formidable. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll get on it. Great. Once you're done breaking bones, return to me to claim your reward. Okay. So Bounty Hunter has given us a new quest. Again, we are going to look at synergy in the thing. Once I go through that door, I need to collect iron, and I need to do these rattles, both of which are in that bone section of the mines. However, Maya hasn't sent me there yet. So I'm going to go back and talk to Maya to see if I can't get even some more credit when I go into the rattle section of the mines. And here we are out here to Maya. You'll notice that all of the missions aren't back yet. Sometimes it takes a little while when you go through a portal for them to pop up. All right, we're going to speak to Maya. Whoa, you've improved since I last saw you. You're like a whole different person. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this. I have a lumberjack friend in the forest who needs some help. You up for the task? Well, maybe if you give me a diamond sword? Not a chance. But don't worry, I'll reward you just like I have the last few tasks. Okay, I'm happy to help. Great, the forest portal is just past the mines. Okay, so we're going to go to the right now instead of to the left end of the mines. And we're going to go over here. The reason we're continuing to follow this quest is there will be some quests that we can attain in the forest that will want us to also do something in the iron area. So before we go to the iron area, we're going to do these first few quests in the forest. Nice cinematic showing us the oak wood, showing us some mahogany up top. Ooh, there's a mission for the Spider Queen's Wrath. I'm nowhere near high enough to participate in that. You need to be level 16 to get into that area. But here we are at the portal, and we get to head across and talk to the lumberjack. Well, the lumberjack is right here across the bridge, so we can chat with him. Hey, you're a friend of Maya, right? She sent you here to help me. Yep, what do you need? Well, I was chopping some dark hollow wood with my stone axe, and the wood must have been too strong because my axe head flew right off, and now I can't find it. Next. Could you help me find it? Sure, I'll help you find it. It cannot have gone far. It should be around here somewhere. Come find me when you've found it. Certainly. All right. So the axe head is really easy to find. You go to the back behind him and to the right. Had he turned around and gone on the other side of the tree, he would have found it just fine on his own. We pick that up. We get some cherry wood. We get some XP. We get some coins. And we head back over to the lumberjack. Hey, we found your axe head. Thanks for helping. It means a lot to me. Next. One of my supplier friends had spare cherry wood. You can use this to help you craft iron tools. That's what we got, was that cherry wood. Thank you. I was wondering if you could help me. There's a slime infestation, and I'd like to make it safer for my company. Sure will. I've got a big reward for you when you get back. Good luck with those slimes. Next. Okay, so now he wants me to eliminate 10 green slimes. And I could do so by just going over there and working on those slimes way over there in the corner. I'll get closer so you can see them. Yep, there's some slimes there. Notice that it is specific to the forest. If I were to go to the slimes that are in the mines and kill them there, it would not count. So we want to do these in the forest. But before we do that, we're going to come up here, and then there's another NPC that you need to talk to. That NPC is this author guy. And the reason we're going to talk to him is, once again, all about synergy. Hey there. You don't happen to be an adventurer, do you? Sure am. Whoa, cool. I'm currently working on a survival guide for new adventurers to help them survive in the realms. Sounds cool. I'd love to get your opinion on something if you don't mind me asking. Sure, ask away. Great, thank you. Assuming you've fought the slimes before, what do you think causes some of them to have glowing yellow eyes? And our choices are ancient cursed magic, radiation maybe. Probably don't know how to blink. I think I'm going to choose the radiation this time. That's an interesting take. It makes sense, I guess. Thank you for helping me. I will use this quote and credit you in my book. Ooh, nice. I'm only halfway through my book and I'm struggling to add things I'm not so sure about. Okay. Could you help me complete my book? Of course. Amazing. Let's start with something easy. First thing I'd like to confirm is the effectiveness of different weaponry. Okay. Next time you fight with some of those nasty creatures, could you try with different swords? Sure. Copper sword, stone sword, and wood sword to be exact. Well, conveniently, I happen to have all three of those because we've been building towards this with the other quests that we've been doing, and we haven't sold any of our weapons yet. Then come back to me and report your findings. Okay, I'll be waiting. So first thing he wants me to do is, we're not sure because we don't have a quest over here yet. So the problem is that sometimes quests go into your book and they don't show up immediately here. So there's nothing from author that's here in the thing. There is a trick to this in Skyreacher, so we need to go through a portal. So I'm going to go back over here. All the way to the portal. If I were over 16, I could go into the mire with the portal that's right there, but I'm not quite there yet. All right, so I'm going to go into the Citadel. That's going to pop me out near the forest portal right here, and I'm going to come back through the portal. And now my quests are slowly coming out. And now we have a new quest in our guide, so I'm going to click on that and I'm going to put a flag on it so that it's actually being shown. All right, so the survival guide, I need to eliminate one creature with a wood sword. Well, conveniently, I have to kill 10 slimes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my other things out and put in just my swords for right now so that I have all three of them because he asked me to test all three. So here we go, and I'm going to start with my wood sword, and I have this slime sitting over here in the forest, and I'm going to come over here to him and get that first part of Author's Quest done. Alright, we killed a creature with a wood sword. Now he wants us to kill one with a stone sword. Well, there's another slime right up here. Okay. Alright, and that's completed, and now he's going to want us to do one with a copper sword, which we have right here conveniently. And there are a bunch of slimes up the hill. So I'm going to come over here and do these. Now, all right, killed them. Now I could go ahead and finish my 3, but I got an essence from him and I got some coins. I want to go back over here and see what he wants next, because there might be some more synergy that we can do. Okay, it went well. That's good to hear. And you seem like you didn't take on too much damage. No, I didn't get hit hardly at all. So now I need you to explain your findings. Is the difference in swords worth the upgrade? A copper sword was a lot more efficient. They all felt quite similar, to be honest. Copper was shinier. The enemies were blinded by jealousy. Now, the copper sword was decidedly more efficient, so we'll do that. That's good to hear. It was kind of what I was expecting, but it's good to get confirmation before publishing it in my book, as one should do. Are you ready for the next assignment? Bring it on. That's the spirit. Okay, take this enchanted stone sword. It has a burning enchantment on it which causes the enemies to go up in flames, or so I heard. So I need you to go and test it and see if the burn damage helps with combat. Of course I will. Report back to me when you're done. Okay? Now I got a new stone sword. You'll notice that it has a little symbol on it noting that it is different from the other stone sword that we have. And so we're going to pull that out. We're going to get it ready for us. You notice it's got the burning aura on it. And now he wants us to kill 5. Well, conveniently, we still need 7 of these done for that other mission. So we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and complete all 7 of them. This is a tougher one here. It's called a slime gore. Pink slimes are even tougher than the slime gores. Doesn't matter, they still fall. Okay, survival guide is done. And now I'm working on eliminating the other few slimes that I need to complete. Oh, and the ancient slimes are really big. But we'll get him done shortly. You'll notice he's taking both regular damage and burn damage. The only thing I'm getting credit for this is specifically green slimes. So these slime gores, pink slimes, ancient slimes, etc. are not helping me, but they are helping for experience. They are helping for attaining XP in their specific kill areas. So we still want to do them, even if we're not getting credit for the particular quest. All right, there's another regular green. And this should be my last regular green. Alrighty then. And, oh, now it wants pink slimes for the, for what we're doing for the lumberjack. Let's go check and see what author wants next before we go further in here, see if we're missing anything. I've been eager to find out if the burning effect worked. What's the verdict? It did make a huge difference. Doesn't make all that much difference. Great for roasting marshmallows mid-fight. It does make a huge difference. Awesome. I knew it would. I'm really hoping this helps others protect themselves in the wilderness. Are you ready for your next mission? Don't worry, this one isn't as dangerous as the last 2. All right, let's do this. That's the spirit. This right here is a mining potion. The potion should improve your efficiency in the mines. Drink it and mine 10 iron ore while the effect is active. Okay, so this will give us synergy with what we're doing in the mines. The getting the iron ore for Gromley, the killing the 25 rattles in that same area for the bounty hunter, etc. So we're going to go ahead and agree to this, but we're just going to put it on pause while we go finish up the pink slimes. But my copper sword does more damage than the burning sword, so I'm going to switch over to that and see if we can find 3 pink slimes right quick. Ooh, well, there's 2 of them right over here. Let's kill you quickly. Wow, he put a hurt on me. Okay, time for some bread because I'm getting a little bit low. That should be enough to finish this up. Oh, and there's my last pink slime. And jump over to get, okay, I got a damage boost, I got a combat XP, and I got some more coins. Coins are looking pretty good. Alright, you found it. I thought she was gone for good. You seem like you can handle yourself pretty well. You're looking for work. I am. I need to chop down a lot of these old trees to allow new ones to grow. But there is so much forestry here. Could we split the workload? I'll take the oak, and you take everything else. Okay, thank you. This job may take a while, but pay is pretty good, and we will split it 50-50. Let me know when you've done your half. Okay. So this, let me readjust my quest right quick so that you can see the full quest. Okay, so it's chopping down 100 of each one of these trees. Even though he said he was going to do the oak and we're doing everything else, it's actually us doing everything. My strong recommendation for this deforestation is to do other stuff in the mines until such time as you have cobalt tools at least. Otherwise, it's going to take you forever on these higher trees here. If you're using copper or even iron tools, it's just going to take a while. So we're going to put this one on pause. We're going to go back into our quest guide, go to deforestation. We're going to unflag it. We're going to reflag the talking to Maya, the training with the blacksmith, Sparky turned greenie. We can't do enchanting until we're over level 16 because I got to go into the mire to be able to do that, and we're only level 9 so far. So all of these we can continue to do with the tools that we have in hand currently. So I have been using Portal so far, but I'm going to switch. Up here in the top right hand column is this little swirl thing. This will allow you to teleport to any area in which you've already been. Okay, so you'll notice my island, the mire, and the Arctic are currently grayed out. That's because I haven't been there yet. But I could go to the Citadel, I could go to the mines, I could go all the way back to New Haven as direct teleports. If you're playing with a friend, the top right-hand corner over here will allow me to join friends. This is an alt account that doesn't have any friends, so there's never going to be anything under here. Okay, and this here, the exclamation, is what's new for the latest update, and this here allows you to do your general settings for sound effects, music, etc. And finally, in the shop, after every update, if there's anything new, this will pop open with an exclamation point and allow you to see the boosts that are available and so forth. Okay, everything in the store is for Robux, so only need to go there if you plan on using Robux in the game. I have certainly done so. On my main account, I own pretty much everything that's in there because I really enjoy this game quite a bit. So instead of using the portal this time, we are going to pop to the Citadel using the teleport tab. And you will notice it puts me back out in the Citadel at the same place I would have come if I had come from the forest. If I go into the mines, just for demonstration purposes, if I go into the mines, and I use the teleport tab to get back to the Citadel, it puts me in the place that I would come out if I had come out of the mines portal. If I'd come from New Haven, it would put me out over here, etc. Alrighty then, so I need to come talk to Maya. Sometimes it takes a moment for her R to pop up, and you'll see that each time you come through a portal or you teleport, it takes a little bit of time for the system to refresh to the area that you're in. I've just got word that my supply line had no casualties on their previous run. I'm guessing you may have had something to do with it. Yep, saving the day again. You have been such a great help around here. The Citadel folk have been really happy with your eagerness to help out around here. Coins are a great motivator, as they are. I'm up over 11,000 already. I've been working on a passion project recently for the Citadel, but there's one thing I'm missing. And what would that be? I'm in desperate need of tomatoes. Unfortunately, no vendors here sell any. Could I buy some off of you? Sure, I'll go harvest some. Well, I don't have any to sell here yet because I haven't done any farming. You are just the best. There are tomatoes behind Moolah you can farm. Perfect. Next. All right. So I can farm tomatoes near Moolah and sell them. I could farm them on my island. But I also have this other quest that I got, completing Moolah's quests. So before we start mining behind or harvesting behind Moolah to do Maya's quest, let's find out what Moolah's quests are. Hello, Moolah. Hey, newcomer, I noticed this is your first time in the Citadel and I need help with something. What kind of help? Or, you're a talking cow. Well, what kind of help? I'm very hungry right now, and unfortunately my carrot farms are suffering from a little blight. Could I purchase a carrot from you? Where can I find this carrot? You don't have one? Figures. If I give you some carrot seeds, could you go to your island and farm some for me? My island? You haven't been. Everyone has their own island. That portal over there should take you to it. And it's not the portal over there, it's the portal over to the left that is behind the, that is over on the airship. It's probably just an island for now, but you can build whatever you want there, like a carrot farm. Yeah, I can get you a carrot. Perfect, thank you. Please be quick. I can feel my fourth stomach rumbling. Well, there's two ways that we can do this. There are carrots behind her that we can probably get credit for. But once we take the mission, you'll see that it's not quite that easy. All right, so we got a carrot seed. And now we have to follow this to get over to the portal. All right. This is taking me to my private island, which will look very similar to what's on the screen. And you'll notice when we look under teleport, this has been opened up now. Alrighty then, so we start here on a pretty generic island. We do have a number of things. And now we have, since we're on our island, we have received an Island Evolved quest. So, and we also have the talking cow, use your hoe to till grass into dirt with one thing. So we're going to do this one first, since it's highlighted for us. We're going to hoe one thing. Got to go in our backpack and pull out the carrot seed. We're going to plant the carrot seed, and now that needs time to grow. All right, so while it's growing, I'm going to remove 10 blocks from my island for this mission over here. We need to replace our copper pickaxe and axe back into our quick slots. I'm going to use the pickaxe to remove 10 blocks. I prefer to remove them from underneath rather than my top layer. So I'm just scrolling out to get to them. You got a pretty decent range on these. Place 10 blocks on your island. Well, eventually it's going to want us to go back across to the portal. So I'm going to place those 10 blocks right here in a path getting to the portal island. Okay, and that gets us over here. And now it wants me to till 4 dirt squares using a wood hoe. We'll do that. And it wants us to plant the 4 wheat seeds that it gave us for completing an earlier quest. Island evolved. We got some more dirt. We got some stone blocks. We got oak wood, coal, wheat seeds, coins. Got a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to finish placing these because I don't like running across single lines like that. Alrighty then. Now I got a 3 wide strip going across and it's directly in alignment with the portal. Alrighty then. So let's look under our quests. Is there an island evolved 2? Yes. Create a campfire using your crafting bench. So we need to place that. So while I'm on my island, I am going to just remove a couple of these other areas that I'm not really working on so that my quest will be more visible to me. Alright, because this one was there, it was just way down. Alright, one of my earlier quests gave me a crafting bench, so we're going to pull that out. Get all of these out of here. I'm going to pull out my crafting bench. I can use the R key to turn it. I can use the T key to flip it. And it wanted me to build a campfire, so we're going to build a campfire. Okay, we're going to place the campfire down. And I got cherry wood for doing that. It wants me to craft a cooking station using my crafting bench, so we're going to craft that. I'm going to put the cooking station over here next to the fire. Alrighty then, so my Island Evolved quest line is telling me to craft dough. I do have some wheat over here, but since I've got some sitting here ready for harvest, I'm going to go ahead and do this so that I can do more. I'm going to go ahead and replant this. Then I'm going to go over here and we're going to craft dough. I can do 2 sets of dough, which is fine. And now I can cook 1 bread, placing dough and fuel into your campfire. In your campfire, we're going to put, I could use wood, any of the woods or coal. Do not use wood for doing things like the campfire and the forge, as they're just not as efficient. So we double clicked on the coal. We're going to just shift right, left click on the dough, and it's going to put it in there. We only needed to do 1, but we might as well do both of our things. Pull out our coal and our bread so that we have them for other purposes, and we received a reward. And I wasn't fast enough to see what that reward was. Looks like, though, we picked up 132 oak planks, and I don't see anything else offhand. but definitely some more cash. Okay, so it looks like we don't have anything more under the Island Evolved quest line. Just coming in here to double check. No, we do not. So I'll go ahead and harvest my wheat again, harvest my carrot because I need to turn that into moolah. So let's go sell the carrot to moolah. As we mentioned before, we can use the portal here. I'm going to go to the Citadel, and the Citadel will place me in the Citadel in relation to the portal that I come from, as if I had traveled through that respective portal. So in this case, I came off of my island, so I popped onto the airship ramp, and we're going to come over here and go chat with Moolah. And we need to sell to Moolah, so that's the G key. We need to sell her a carrot, which we're going to sell her a carrot. And we get for rewards a bunch of wheat seeds, some wheat XP, some coins, etc. And then we get a new quest to speak to Moolah again. So we're going to speak to Moolah. Thank you for the cash. Although I have my own farms, I can make only so many seeds. I challenge you to collect 10 extra wheat seeds by farming on your island. What's an extra wheat seed? When you farm on your island, there's a small chance the crop will yield an extra seed. You can also buy seeds directly from me. Sounds easy. Perfect. Come back to me when it's done. I'll give you a reward if you complete this task. Now, this is one of the first questing areas where you need to make a decision. You can either just go use the 12 seeds you have plus the 4 that's already on your island, 16 wheat seeds in total to help build your collection of wheat seeds. You need 5 to complete this mission. Or you can buy some more seeds to get the quest accomplished sooner. Me personally, I prefer to get it done sooner. So I know I have 16 seeds. I'm going to buy another 14 seeds. If I have enough money, I should have plenty. 14 cost me 840 coins, not even a grand. And that will allow me to do some things. Also, I am going to go ahead and clear my bags a little bit from some things that I know I don't need. I don't need these oak leaves. We're going to sell them all. I'm going to keep the dirt, going to keep the oak. Don't need this blue poppy flower. Stone blocks and cobblestone blocks, possible to use them. I don't need green goo anytime soon, so I'm just going to take some cash out of it. Similar for the pink goo. Acorns you never need. So I'm just eliminating things that I know I don't need. Now these cogs, springs, etc., those are things that you can use later on. I'm not selling any potions ever because I can use them. Now I have completed the task that I need to do with my stone weapons, so I can sell all of these. Sell this, sell this, sell this. I can even sell this magic sword. You notice it was a bit more than the regular stone sword, so I can sell that. Now, I've got all my copper tools, and I've eliminated some stuff, and I got about 2 grand in coins for selling all of that stuff off. Now, another choice. I can either go to my island and continue working on Moolah's quest, or I can go back into the mines and start working there. This is going to end this first in the series of Noob to Pro for my new guy, as we've kind of completed a first hour of play, if you will, and we're going to get this edited, posted, etc., and let you have access to this very first in the Noob to Pro series, and we'll continue working with Moolah and Maya and all the other folks that we've met so far as the series continues.